It's
Ah, okay. So,
rimed,
oh,
so it's like frosty.
Yeah, I
Critter
was gonna say, I mean,
Mountains. Where are those? Oh, there's Rimeskull. And there's the cliff. Wow, that's way up north.
Are you looking at Varisia?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see it on the map there.
Oh yeah.
It's closer to Riddleport in that
Haha,
region.
yeah, let's go to Riddleport.
It's on the way. Go
Let's
stop
say
in
hi
on the
to those
Goblin.
those guys.
Yeah.
We can meet all the famous people like uh Frank
Frank and
was
Lewis.
it Frank yeah. No, not Lewis. It's Frank, what's his name?
Stanley Balboa.
Oh,
Stanley.
Stanley Balboa and Frank Lewis. Yeah.
that's what it was.
We could go murder hobo what's his face?
The
Uh
one of the crime bosses.
yeah,
I just go fight all
what
the
was our
crime
guy's
bosses
name?
at this with these
So
characters.
Second
The
Darkness
Gold
ever
Goblin's
happens?
owner.
Oh, does this? I think Rise of Runelords. I guess technically it takes place before the before Second Darkness, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's go mess up all the continuity. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna go back and just make sure all these guys aren't around to do this.
Like
Yeah.
Or we could have it happening right now, and those
Yeah.
characters could just be there.
We could go over to the Mirror Me Forest and Sullivan Vale or whatever it's called.
You go meet the elves.
Yeah.
Oh, the Morani Forest.
Sorry, Star
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah, there's Cho Invian too.
All right. So yeah, we're probably just gonna teleport past all that though.
Our destination is the Rimeskull Mountain. Well,
Okay.
I mean, teleport. I've never been there before.
Well, we'll probably tree teleport.
Transport via plants could work.
Oh, okay.
It will get me as close as there is a plant of the same sort.
Yeah. Well, then for now, we have like a day to like do stuff and prepare.
Yep.
Or even longer if we wanted to. I don't think we're under any time limit. We should use that time
Weren't
wisely.
the giants gonna go someplace?
No, that's already happening.
No.
Some of the giants, like weren't able to stop all of them. So some of the giants left Jorgenfist and started marching south. So I mean, I don't know. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. We could go try to be like, let's go help the Black Arrows fight them off. But I mean, that's kind of what the Black Arrows do is, and they're gonna have their hands full basically.
Yep.
If we wanted to, yeah, we could go over and try to help them, and I could get my +1 dagger from my pony.
Sure. I've got some
But
gold here. Does anybody want any items made?
Nope.
I think I'm doing just fine for now. I mean, any wands that you think would be useful for me to have, I suppose, but
I want to ask the Quill a specific question, like how do we activate what's his faces, like one of the specific Runelords keys or something.
Well, I'll
so
have to
that
wait
we'll
till
ask
tomorrow.
tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Are we staying here one more day, or are we Are we doing your teleport by plant thing now? I
I
guess you don't
can't
have very many
teleport by
spells
plants
today because you already used
so
them.
If we need to go to
Okay.
Magnemar, I can take us to Magnemar to do stuff.
No, the only reason Nizzo would have to go to Magnemar is to see his wife. So if somebody wants to go to Magnemar for a while, then he would go just for that. But
Oh, I had
Yeah.
already gone. Perhaps you went with me when I went to buy the oil.
no, perhaps.
I was already there.
Yeah, so maybe Nizzo went
Okay.
with you then. So yeah, then Nizzo has no other reason to go back there. So he's like, I already stuck. I went and hung out with my wife for a little while. She was disappointed that I had to leave again.
Well, I'm gonna teleport myself to Magnemar to go do some last minute shopping.
Okay.
Okay.
Buy a couple scrolls.
Maybe Nizzo goes and volunteers to work with the locksmith in Sandpoint or something like that. Help him just because he wants to keep his skills sharp. Like offers to help do any work orders that he might need help on, like if he's behind or anything. He might not be. I don't know, but either that or he just goes and chats about locksmithing. I don't know with the locksmith there. I mean, he's gonna do some locksmithing stuff today, I guess. That's what Nizzo does during this day.
I was thinking about awakening one of my friends, but I don't have the funds to do so.
That's expensive.
Yeah. Make them an ambassador between the wildlife around Sandpoint and Sandpoint itself. Perhaps I'll do that later. For I am out of substantial money.
Yeah. We'll probably get quite a lot of stuff from the Rune Forge. Like I'm guessing there's a lot of wealth there.
Yep, I'm gonna buy a 4th level scroll and 2 6th level scrolls. So 4,000 gold. And then I will teleport back to Sandpoint.
Is this the same day though?
Alright. Yeah, same day.
Okay.
Alright, good night everybody. I'm gonna go learn a scroll and then go to bed.
Good night.
Actually, probably do 2 scrolls. Didn't take that long.
Oh, you guys are like dangerously close to Irison if you go over there.
Let's go get to that AP
Let's
too.
Let's just go there. Let's get that stuff taken care of too.
It was just save the whole entire world from the future. Consult the quill!
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go
Quill, do we need
side
to...
quest into Reign of Winter at this level so we aren't as
Oh
fucked
man,
over by it.
if we
You
were
wanna
if we
try to
were
hunt
gonna go
down
off the
Ohana?
rails, if we were gonna go off the rails and start doing a bunch of random side like homebrew side quest stuff, that's probably the place to make Secret do it because she probably knows
Oh, yeah.
Irison better than she knows a lot of the stuff around here.
It's true.
We probably heard stories of the witches and their dastardly deeds.
Very dastardly deeds. Help the Lenoran Keens take back their land. They've been trying this whole entire time.
What is instant restoration?
It's probably like restoration, but you can cast it as an action instead of like multiple. Like less restoration,
It's like
I think
4 rounds.
takes like 3 or 4 rounds or something
3
to
rounds.
cast. Yeah, and like the higher level ones even take even longer than that sometimes. So it's probably just it's one that you can cast in combat basically.
Channels planar energy into a summoned creature.
What?
Yep.
That doesn't sound anything like restoration. What?
It's not.
Lol.
It just has the same name in it, or same word in its name for some reason. Alright then, well, it was not at all. Because I feel like that would be a useful spell, like a high level version of Lesser Restoration that's just Lesser
I think
Restoration.
you can
but faster
meta
to
magic
cast.
that with, you know,
Yeah,
obviously
you could quicken it
quicken.
or something, but.
Yeah.
Although I think it's still in like a 2-round cast or something.
Okay.
So we teleporting the next day then, or what are we doing?
I guess we're asking another question today.
Yeah, we're probably doing that. Although if we're gonna teleport there, we might wait till we're there to ask a question because when we're there, we might have a more. It might be easier to come up with a more pointed like question, I guess. But if we're not going there, or if we're going somewhere else, like I don't know, helping the Black Arrows with the Giants or something, I don't know.
Well, in that case, I'll just leave this window open and let me know.
Yeah.
Alright, what's our plan of action here?
That's what I was asking. Are we gonna go to the Rimeskull now, or are we gonna do that? Are we gonna go help the Black Arrows with the Giants? I don't think we
What do
can
they
really
need
do
help
much
with?
for them. Well, they might need help. I don't know if they do or not, but because that's what we're saying. Some of the Giants that were in Jorgenfist left and marched anyway, even though they didn't have Mockmurian to lead them. They were like, "We're whatever. We're gonna go do it anyway."
Oh, they're marching towards what?
Like they're marching south off the Storable Plateau to like do whatever bullshit invasion thing they were gonna do.
Oh.
It probably won't work because the black arrows will probably like
And Kona did, like,
be able to.
sway a number of them to not do it.
Yes, so it's not. It's we might have already. I think we've probably already done enough to like make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. But you know, we still could if we wanted to. We still could go if we're worried about it. I guess. Apparently we're not. Apparently nobody's really worried about it. But if we
Nizzo
were,
is.
we could go help them. Nizzle's a little bit.
He just wants his dagger, but
But-
that's like a side thought. There might be giants.
And my pony. I'm miss my pony a little bit.
There might be giants.
Yeah. My pony has... What does it have? It has a dagger and has a tent apparently too.
Hmm.
I think I don't know. I don't remember if I bought another tent or
Do
not.
you want to take your
I think I might have
pony
just...
to Runeforge?
No. I just want to get the dagger. Actually, I probably would just leave the pony there, honestly. Be like, here you go. I'll give him to some gnomish black arrow. Release the pony.
Release the pony.
But yeah, we could just go to Rimeskull now too, if you guys want to do that.
Sure.
This is an interesting spell. It takes like a minute to work, but it's a 4th level spell for 10d8 healing, points of healing. I'll take it.
Okay.
Alright.
What
Did you
else
take
am
tree
I
teleport?
taking today? I am taking a tree teleport, and I will take something else as well, or should I take 2 tree teleports in case I get us in the middle of something terrible? I'll take 2 tree teleports in case I get us into the middle of something terrible.
And are you guys going to
Hello.
use the
What is
quill
actually...
after?
What's the cast time on tree teleport? Is that just a standard action?
I think so.
Okay, because I know normal teleport is, but I wasn't 100% sure.
It
Well, you're not in
requires a
combat, so I don't
specific
think it
plan.
matters. But
Yeah, it's a standard action.
Well, we're not in combat on the way there, but if he gets us into something terrible, that something terrible might be combat. So that's why I was curious about it.
Okay, let me make Diana not super big again. Wait,
You guys
why
gonna
I
do
have
this
to
early in the
just
morning or
play?
maybe afternoon?
Let's make more heroic
No.
ones since I am the cleric.
Well, it's probably still morning right now. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Uh, let's
Any
do
last minute
this.
purchases? I know Henrik already went to Magnamar to do his shopping.
Okay. I am ready to go now. I have lots of healing spells ready, because that's what I do apparently.
Got food, provisions.
I mean, yeah, I suppose I'd spend some money on foods to put in my bag of holding, like travel rations or
Okay.
whatever.
If you guys purchase anything from Sandpoint, which is just basic gear, you guys are going to get 25% off because you are
Yay.
heroes.
Oh man. I mean, I guess that's appreciated, but the basic gear is gonna be so cheap anyway that doesn't really matter. But it's
Not
pretty,
really.
it's like a nice gesture.
Yeah, yeah. But all the locals treat you guys great, and they're giving you discounts and very helpful. Get you what you want.
Over the course of these days, I will have done some hunting and will have tried to make my own travel rations
Roll me
out
some
of the
survivals.
stuff that I hunted. Okay, I will do that.
Like 2. 1 for hunt and 1 for making the food. Hunting was kind of hard. There weren't like a whole lot of animals, but you did find enough. And you're not the best at preserving food. You're usually just eat it right then and there. I say you have 5 days of rations.
Okie dokie. My character is like the fucking opposite of how I am in real life. Let's go kill animals and eat them.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Okay. Are you guys set? You ready to do this? Anything else you wanted to do?
Yep.
So let's see,
Henrik
20%
does
off.
do
So
one thing.
instead of being 5 silver pieces, I can buy trail rations for 4 silver pieces.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Henrik does do one thing he hasn't been able to do yet. It's one of those spells he hasn't had a use for, but this is a fun little use for it now because now that I know contingency, I need a 1500 gold GP ivory statuette of me as a focus for it. And who's going to have the time to make an ivory statuette of Henrik except for himself? So he's going to cast Fabricate.
Okay.
And he's going to transmute 1500 gold pieces into a statuette of himself.
Anything requiring fine detail still needs a skill check.
Hmm. Let's see. My
You could
craft
stone shape it.
skills are... I only have craft scroll and profession scribe.
So it might be a very crude rendition of yourself.
It'll get better.
You're not gonna stone shape it?
Like people will be like, "That's supposed to be you," and you're like
It has to be
embarrassed
ivory.
about it.
Oh, ivory.
He's just gonna use a raw intelligence check to see how well this goes.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
Not bad.
But it is crude. It lacks the artistic value of it. So like it looks like a bobblehead.
Except it's ivory, so it isn't bobble at all.
It's probably
Chibi.
mostly hat.
Like you can just tell because of the hat.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's supposed to be Henrik. You can tell because of the hat. If nobody else has a hat like that. Yeah. Oh man. If I
Yeah,
could
now that he
draw,
has that, he's
but
gonna cast
unfortunately,
contingency.
I'm
and he's
probably
gonna put
about as
break
good at
enchantment.
drawing as Henrik is at making statues. I have
Okay.
just as many ranks in drawing. Contingency, break enchantment. This is how you don't
Yep,
get
on
mind
himself.
controlled.
Yep. Because break enchantment takes a minute to cast, and ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, but contingency makes it pretty much instantaneous.
Yep.
Like it pretty much happens as an immediate action instead.
I am ready.
Okay.
Alright.
Sure you
I
don't
think we're
want to rest
teleporting
to
to
get your
Rimeskull
spells
then.
again?
We could.
Or we could just go there.
Consult the pen.
And then,
rest,
like, be
and-
stumped by a puzzle and keep using the quill and keep resting.
Okay.
Just camp up at Rimeskull. It's actually probably going to be very cold there too. So, let's see. I'm
more day,
okay
guys,
because
come on.
I have the, I have like some boots or something that are going to specifically help me, I think. For that, if I remember right. Let me check my inventory here. I have boots of I also have a potion of Endure Elements still, but I guess I probably won't need that. Boots of the Winterlands, that's the one I have. Which basically makes it so I have Endure Elements specifically for cold, as long as I'm wearing them. So I'm set, but everyone else needs to be ready for cold weather. Because it's going to be very cold up there.
Weather.
Because it's like... well, there's actually like a calendar in here, and I think it's like December, basically.
Correct.
Yep.
So...
I can be ready for it.
and we're
I
going to be
can
up
make
in the
everybody ready for it,
mountains,
actually.
and we're going to be like several hundred miles further north as well.
Is a cold weather outfit sufficient?
I don't know, it might be.
Depends on how
Gives you
good your fort
bonuses.
save is
Yeah.
and how cold it is.
Yeah, we're like going like 400 miles north, basically.
So, I am going to try to find the plant that, will hopefully exist up north as well. Do I know of a plant that's like a evergreen or something that exists up in the tundra?
I do believe there will be birch trees.
Okay, I'll go try to find myself a birch tree.
So yeah, he probably won't need it for himself because he got the wild shape armor, right?
Yeah, I
The
need it for
mage armor.
Diana, not myself.
Just for Diana, then.
Okay, so we're going on this day then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, Amara has 2 different teleports anyway, so if we teleport up there and it's like really fucking shitty, we'll just come back. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's consequences
Or
to
if
doing
we
that
find
potentially
that
too.
we need to
but-
go someplace else first.
Yeah.
So... We
And
ready to
besides
go?
that, we can't waste too much time because otherwise Karzog is gonna come back.
And kill us all.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the fire breather's on his way.
Or whatever it was that he said when he was possessing Mokmarian's body,
So what would happen
And-
if that
calling us fools and shit.
is it breather or the fire breather
Bleeder.
bleeder? What would happen if he
bleeder?
came back while Karzog like came back into rule?
They'd have an epic duel.
Yeah, I want to play
Karzog
that
probably
game.
get his ass kicked.
I don't know. It's like I'm not sure who would beat the other
We should play it.
because
think Karzog
wizards are
would
pretty
lose.
scary.
Do we even have a stat block for Karzog? There might be.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Karzog could do stuff to it and like give it, I guess, a run for its money, but he definitely can't kill it. Like those things are super hard to kill. But he could probably incapacitate it if it doesn't incapacitate him first.
Why wouldn't Karzog be able to wish it dead or whatever?
Its true method of destruction is complicated.
Mm.
Right. He wouldn't be able to kill it any more than our characters killed it in Legacy of Fire. Like,
Well,
we
yeah.
just stopped it from being resurrected. It's not
Well, you have
truly dead yet.
First of all, that thing never takes lethal damage. It's impossible to deal lethal damage to it. It only takes non-lethal damage, and in order to kill it, that's the quotation kill it, you have to deal its full HP in non-lethal damage, but half of it has to be cold damage.
I see.
So that's like 400 something total. Like, so 200 something of it has to be cold damage. And it regens every turn. So it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I understand.
Alright, anyway.
Okay.
So I will go find a birch, and
Okay.
I will try to go to Rimeskull Mountain.
All right. You try to be as specific as you can, bringing yourself to the lake shore.
No, I'm just trying to get to the mountain.
Do you really want me to
Unless
just
they
throw
want to
you
go
in
to
a
the lake shore.
random place on the mountain? The lake shore is on the mountain.
The closest. Okay, the closest tree to the lake shore.
Okay. Good choice. All right. You guys all go.
Oh, I probably would have reduced Diana first.
Sure.
There we go. Now we go.
Hooray!
Okay. You guys arrive, and this is what you see. You do this? This is probably like afternoon because you guys spent a little bit of time casting spells and stuff. So maybe 9, 10 in the morning.
Yeah, it's probably like early afternoon or something because yeah, Henrik had to make a statue and that's about all I remember we had to do today. But but Henrik had to make a statue.
Yeah. Okay.
Has anybody seen Dogma,
Yes.
the movie? You know the Buddy Jesus? Like, that's the pose Henrik chooses for his statue.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading also.
If no one's ever seen the Buddy Jesus, then look it up.
Oh yeah, I removed some silver pieces for buying like several days worth of travel rations.
Okay. You guys all step out from this tree she allows you to use. And from the rocky eastern shoreline of the Lake Stormunder, the ground rises into the craggy, snow-dappled roots of Rimeskull, casting its long shadow over this area. Yet not all of the ground here is rugged and mountainous. Several hundred feet of the lake's edge, the land suddenly levels off to create a singular hill. Rocks and tenacious shrubs poke through the scattered clumps of snow here, but they are dwarfed by the ring of 7 10-foot tall stone heads that circle the hill's edge, their faces angled inward at each other, mouths agape. To the east, the sheer mountainside of Rimeskull rises, icy and wind-blasted. 200 feet above leers a carving of an ancient face, its gaping mouth forming a large cave entrance in the mountainside. A 10-foot wide stairway of stone descends from this cave to a ledge only 50 feet to the east of the circle of stones.
That sounds like the stairs that we have to climb once we have the key.
So I don't really have any map yet until you guys choose what you want to do.
We're going to the statues, I think. Right? And there's
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to the statues first. Once we have
Is
the
it
keys, we go to
cold?
the stairs.
It is cold. There is snow. This is all difficult terrain.
I don't have any problem with
Well,
it
for
because
now, I'll do
boots.
this on Diana and myself. We're sharing this.
Hmm. It is not snowing today, but you know, it's not the brightest sky light.
Yeah, it's probably that usual like grayness
Yeah.
you get when it's like winter and snowy. Well, fortunately for me, I have those boots that let me walk unhindered through the snow, which is great because otherwise I'd have been moving 10 feet per round. Now I can move. I can move my normal 20.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hopefully everyone else has some ways of being able to get around through the difficult terrain a little bit.
If combat happens, I can share freedom of movement with Diana and myself. Or I could just fly
Yeah.
as a bird.
But I think we're just gonna make our way over to the statue.
Okay. Then you guys do that. You make your way over to the statues.